Okay, so this is today's lesson. If you're doing this at home, you will need 10 small objects, coins, beans, etc., your ISN, and a pencil. If you were live with the class in the chat, you would be telling me one word to describe your mood today. Obviously, if you were absent, you are not doing that. Okay, in your ISN, you want to draw a number line, just like the following, 1 through 10, and then place an object on these numbers. And so I use squares. You can use coins, beans, whatever. Just go ahead and place them on the number line at 6, 5, 10, 9, and 10. If you're at home doing this by catching up, you'll want to pause the video and then resume it in just a second when you're ready. Okay, so now let's talk about what is the spread of these objects, meaning how spread out are they? Hopefully you can see that they are ranging from the 5 all the way over here to 10. So they are spread out how many units? From 5 to 10 is how much? 5 spaces, right? So the distance between the highest and the lowest number is 5. Okay, so now what you're going to do is take these same objects and you're going to move them one space at a time, alternating right and left to get all the tiles on one line. Okay, so what I mean is you're going to pick up the 5 and move it one space. I'm going to pick up the 10, move it one space. Then I'm going to come back over here, move it one space, one space, one space. Whoops, I didn't mean to move my words. Oops, stop that. One space, one, and so on, just like that. Okay? Now the directions said until they all get on one line. Okay? So now, what number are all the numbers stacked up on? They're on the 8, correct? This is called the average or the mean. They're on the 8. Okay? Now you try it. So what I want you to do is draw a new number line in your ISN. Okay? And then go ahead and put the numbers at 1, 6, 7, 7, 8, 2, 3, and 6. And then go ahead and do it on your own. So if you're at home, you're going to pause the video and do that on your own. Okay? Okay. So if you did it correctly, you should have gotten them that they all stacked up on the 5. So that means that the average was 5, or the mean was 5. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I have a quick little video that I want to show you. It won't take very long.
Mom, stuck on this assignment. It's on me, medium mode.
Oh, Cody. We'll take a break for a second and take the trash out, and then we'll get to work on it.
Okay.
Now here you're in a little trouble with your mathematics.
Who are you?
We are the Triple M crew from Guntown. And if we help you, you can help us. Got me?
Okay, what do you got?
I'm the mean toad. To get mean, like me, take a set of numbers or data and add them up. Then you count how many numbers you got. After that, you divide the sum of the numbers by how many there are. That is the mean, or sometimes called average. So basically, you add and divide. Add and divide. Oh yeah.
Meet the end.
Okay, so that is how you find the mean. So that was just a quick little video on how to find the mean. So now in your ISN, you're going to write the definition for the mean. Okay, so on page 1 in your ISN, that's where we're starting. Okay, underneath you should have 2 number lines, right? So the next thing we're going to write is mean. The definition is the average of the data set. Okay, and then we're going to have an example. Okay, so from the first number line that we did, remember that our numbers were 5, 6, 9, 10, and 10. So what you're going to do is you're going to add them and divide by how many that there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's 5. Okay, remember that this line right here means to divide. Okay, so if we add 5 plus 6, that's 11 plus 9 is 20, 30, 40. 40 divided by 5 is 8. If you'll recall, back when we did that first example, remember this one, they all landed on the 8. It's the same thing. This was just a model of how to do it versus the definition. Okay? And then we also have the range. The definition for range is that it describes the spread. All right? It's the distance between the highest number and the lowest number. Okay, so on this same example, our high number was 10, our low number was 5, and 10 minus 5 is 5, and that is the range. Okay, so now what I have for you guys is 3 practice problems. You need to find the range and the mean for each problem. You're going to do this in your ISN. Okay, so if you're at home trying to catch up, pause the video. All right, hopefully you got that done. You can check your answers here. For the first one, the mean was 14, the range was 4. This one, 66.2, and the range was 22. And then on that last one, the mean was 40. No, the mean would not be a good measure for determining which team is better because both means are the same. Okay? And then finally, this is our homework, all right? What you need 7 dice, or you can use Siri on your phone or Google or whatever and ask it to roll some dice, okay? So in this first one, it says I rolled 5 dice and listed them in the boxes below. I got a 2, a 3, a 3, a 5, and a 6. Then I found the mean and the range. All right, so next, you're going to use 4 dice, okay? This form can be found in Canvas under modules, okay? And look for today's date, Friday, 8/21. Only do the mean and the range because we're going to do the other stuff next week. If you have any questions, be prepared to ask your teacher or come for tutorials next week.